Merchant Navy Day is a key part of the Merchant Navy in bringing the Merchant Navy to life. The Merchant Navy Day was conceived in the early 2000s because of a terminology which has been called sea blindness, where the general person in the street had no real concept of where all their food, where everything came from. I mean, even so, particularly so in the Falklands, because everything that you see in the Falkland Islands has been brought by a merchant ship to the islands. So I think in marking the 3rd of September is really important. Flags are flown on all state buildings, the red ensign, the red duster is flown, and it makes people aware of the Merchant Navy, and I think it's really worked well. I mean, my background, I was in the Royal Fleet Auxiliary. I did 38 years. I ended up with my own ship, and 82 could not have happened without the merchant fleet. It needed the RFAs and the ships taken up from trade to support the Royal Navy. Without the support of the merchant ships, it couldn't have happened. And I sometimes think that the Merchant Navy is not recognised for what support it gave during the 82 conflict. But the sort of historians have looked back, and had the war not been won by the 17th of June, there was simply not enough ammunition to carry on the fight, and that ammunition would have come through the Merchant Navy. The Merchant Navy is key. It was key in 82, it was key in the 1900s, and it will be key in the future, because it carries all the supplies and support that people need. I think for the Falklands, it's as the population here develops, we're going to need more and more capacity to bring equipment and stores and food into the islands. I think the future for the Merchant Navy in general will become more autonomous. There will be more tech involved, because the most expensive part of running a merchant fleet is the people. But I think it will also become more environmentally friendly, looking at ways of cutting CO2 emissions, and that's happening all the time now in the modern Merchant Navy fleets. I very much look forward to seeing how that develops in the future. So for the Falklands, the merchant marine is also so important, not just in cruise ships, but also in the fishing industry. The fishing industry is vital to our sustainability of the Falklands. That's where we get our chief revenue from. But I think what people forget is that although you might see the odd fishing boat coming in the jigger season, you'll see them coming in for licensing. During the height of the season, there's over 5,000 seafarers at sea around our shores. And I think that is an idea that all those people have welfare issues and will need to be looked after should things go wrong, if the weather is bad. And I sometimes think this goes back to sea blindness, that people don't always generally appreciate that out at sea, over the horizon, is another complete livelihood or neighbourhood of people. And I think that's really important to get that across. Yeah.